Elena's Experiments, brought to you by Chevron, working to improve the quality of life in Kern County by supporting educational opportunities for local students.
All right, so this is our weekly series called Elaina's Experiments. Every Monday, we love bringing in local STEM educators and enthusiasts, that's a hard word to say, Delia, to share some ideas for things you can do at home with your kids using things that you likely have already sitting around. Joining us in studio, we have our friend Delia Navarro from Sylvan Learning of Bakersfield. And I love the pumpkin. You're always on theme, which I just adore. And you have Halloween fun for us.
We do. There's not enough time with how much we can do with dry ice.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do. But safety first. Keep in mind that dry ice is not frozen water.
Okay.
It is frozen carbon dioxide, and it can freeze you. You can have frostbite. So it's
actual burns.
Actual burns. So it's a negative 109 degrees.
Wow.
So be very careful. Make sure that you have some gloves, safety gloves and tongs.
Okay.
Kids don't do this at home.
But for the parents to show off for their kids,
Yes.
You brought us some dry ice today.
Yes, so we're not touching it directly here, but I want to just show what's happening.
Ooh.
We have some warm water in here. And basically what's happening is it's not melting, it's not water. It's going through the process of sublimation.
Okay.
So it's turning from a solid into a vapor. And if you have warm water, it'll do so much quicker here. So that's a really great way to have that on your porch when you're trick-or-treating. I picked it up at a local store, Brandco, that sells them by pellets. Back to safety, make sure you have goggles if you are breaking one of the bricks of dry ice, because you can have shards in your eye. You don't want that.
Right, and do you know how long this lasts? Like, this isn't going to be all night, but it could be really fun if you know you have specific visitors coming.
Basically, it naturally, even if we didn't have the water, is going to go through that sublimation process. So when you're purchasing it, keep that in mind.
Keep it in the cooler.
But you can always just add a little water. So if this starts to stop, we'll add some water in there as well.
Fun. Okay, what else do you have?
So what I'd like to do is show you a little bit about how you can take, this is just red cabbage juice.
Okay.
And I boiled it in some water, and it works as a pH indicator.
Okay.
And it looks really neat.
It's such a dark purple, yes.
It smells quite a bit, so keep that in mind when you make it, so I apologize in advance. And we're going to use ammonia and vinegar as acid and base to change the colors, and then we can add some dry ice to see how that changes. So now when you see the color?
Suddenly it's green.
It's turning
green.
This
precise measurements, or you're just mixing for fun?
Just having fun with it. Again, another one that's quite smelly, so careful on that one. But you'll notice let's take some dry ice here, as it changes and sublimates and goes through that process. I think a little bit of dish soap was in there. What's happening is it turns to a carbon acid as well.
Okay.
And so it's going to start to change the colors in there.
It's blowing little smoke rings. This is fascinating.
I did have a little bit, I didn't think I had that in there, but I had a little bit of soap in there earlier. And you'll notice because it's carbon dioxide, it's actually just popping.
Right, so fun. And it's okay for the kids to pop those bubbles, just don't touch the dry ice.
Just don't touch, and you can even touch the top, like right here. It's not. You'll see how it makes a little bubble.
Fascinating.
And we can do the same with just household items. This is just an apple juice container. I bought a kit on Amazon online to make what we call, or what is commonly called, boo bubbles.
Okay.
So,
boo bubbles, I just love this already.
Boo bubbles.
So a little more dry ice.
So you get some more dry ice going in there.
And this is plain water?
This is just plain water. It's warm water. And
I love watching it.
And keep in mind with dry ice, when it's going through this process, make sure that you never keep it completely sealed. Okay. It needs space.
It would create too much pressure. Yes.
We can change the color of this.
Okay.
We do that. Look at the vinegar.
So from the green, we add vinegar and it becomes, oh, it's blue.
It should start changing color. So we'll keep an eye on that color as it changes too.
Purple.
As it's going back to the acidic side.
Right.
So let's come over here and do what we call boo bubbles. So I'm going to lightly place this, and because it's not closed all the way, we have the ability for it to come through the hose. Okay. See that? So we have some dish soap. Place that in there, and you get these bubbles. Now these bubbles will pop.
Yes.
On oils, grease, anything on your hands that's dirty.
Yes.
But if you have soft cloth,
you could catch one.
You can catch it.
This is
totally
so
safe
amazing
for the kids to do.
Yes.
And play with. Oh, that was actually saying. It's bouncing.
This is absolutely delightful, Delia. Thank you so much.
So you can do that, and the kids can have a blast making some boo bubbles.
Boo bubbles.
Which look really neat over there, and I apologize for the bubbles on your...
Absolutely captivating. Yes. Thank you so much. We are sadly out of time. I adored all of this. Thank you. This is Delia with Sylvan Learning. They do all sorts of stuff like this every day after school. That you can get a hold of them on their website. It's purple.
We make learning fun.
Making learning fun.
Sorry.
I love it. Okay, we'll be right back with more news.